Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I'm back for another Somerset Studio, or I saw it in Somerset Studio Magazine. This week we're going to play around with this concept. Mine isn't going to look anything like this because I don't have the same things that she uses in this. So I've just come up with my own completely different version. And so you can see sort of the concept with all these funny little art dolls that are in this magazine. And if you don't have this magazine, then you're not even going to know what I'm talking about. But anyway, she has taken just things that you might not have normally thought about to make a body for her art dolls, and you know, used those. So, you know, you're going to get just things that you might not normally think of what would normally be the body, but you can see it has the head and the arms, and some of them have legs. Well, like she's got fins, but this one has legs and this one has legs and feet. So I sort of just took that idea of an art doll with a body that isn't what we consider a normal, like, body, right? So we're going to do a little collage this is my art journal that I play around with. It's just made out of a cereal box that I covered with canvas and put watercolor paper on the inside, a little fabric, stitched in just random whatever pages in here. And I do have some pages that are complete. I don't play around in this a whole lot, but I have done some of the color challenge collages in here. And then I do have a few art dolls, so I have done some silly art dolls in the past, and there's videos for a lot of these if that's anything that you're interested in. And I have prepped this page simply because we're already going to have to stop once for drawing time, so I didn't want to keep stopping and starting. So all I did is there was a piece of letter paper back here that got put in upside down, which it doesn't matter really in an art journal because a lot of times you're covering a lot of whatever the main page is. And I just put a little gesso, which you can see here, and then just different bits of paper just so that it could dry before I put the color on. But I am going to put some color on here. So, how are we all doing? I hope that you're all doing fantastically. I'm actually going to remove this one because it's not attached. It was just a large journal card that I made. I don't even remember. Oh, that was for Cloud and Silver Cloud. That was the last color challenge that I did. So I'm just going to put those there just so hopefully my book doesn't totally get covered in ink that I don't want. I want to say hi and hugs to Tracy, Theola, and Sable NYX. Thank you so much for kind comments and for watching my channel and commenting, because that's huge. And I'm just going to kind of add some color around, and then I might take a paintbrush and move it around. Just, you know, playing around with the color is what we're going to do. And I've just got water, nothing magical. The cool thing about the Tim Holtz, I have, what is it, faded denim. Yeah, faded jeans and wild honey. Is that you can put it on and it's going to leave the spots. And then on different papers, I'll be able to move it. And on other papers, it's just going to soak in. And that's just the difference in the papers. I'm going to actually put it on one of these, so I can get a little bit more at a time going here. I don't do these a whole lot, so I am no guru on this, but I just have a piece of Mylar that I'm spritzing it onto. And it's all over my hands. And then I'll spritz a little water on there. If I can find just my water bottle. It was hiding behind this. Just plain water. And then we can take our piece of plastic and kind of, and I don't care if it drips. Just want to get that color on there. Because this is going to be our background, so we don't have to get super crazy. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. I do love to do art dolls, and I don't get around to it a whole lot because it seems like there's always a million things that I want to do. And it's not that I have a few that have requested, and it's not that I'm not listening to you. I just always have so many things going on and that I'm doing that I don't always get to things in a timely manner. But eventually, the art dolls usually do show back up because it is something that I like to play around with. They are very entertaining. And I do like the silly ones, so. This one is going to be silly too, because like I said, her whole sort of concept there was, look at how it turned green. And that's because I had the blue on there. Was the different body rather than trying to just have the human shape on there. So that was fun. A fun difference. Yeah, this book just was one that I just decided to make just for the fun of it, just to play in like this. This isn't one that I would sell or anything. It's just fun to make different things and play in there. Playing is very important in art because it often leads to bigger and better ideas, you know. And it's always good to go outside your comfort zone. And this kind of stuff really is, because I mean, like, I consider myself maybe a mixed media artist. I use different media, but I don't use a lot of paints necessarily and stuff. I go through my phases, I guess. All right, I'm going to get this dry, and then I'll come back and we'll do the collage part. Okay, I am back, and I have buildings in different ways, and I got these out of things to cut and collage or something like that from Amazon, and I'll try to remember to link those in the description box below the video. I can never remember what they're called for some reason. I've used it fairly frequently, but anyhow, I will try to remember to list it again so that you can see if that's something you're interested in. I mean, there's a million places now to get collage foddery type stuff, so it's not that difficult to come across. So I have those, and then I have this face from Ephemera Imaginarium, and I know I didn't make the name, but a lot of you might be familiar with her. She has lots and lots of art doll parts. And this is off of one of her other ones. And we're just using the arms so that our lady has some arms. And I'll probably go ahead and make her first, and then we'll start gluing the whole thing together. And these legs and feet are also from Ephemera Imaginarium. So we'll make the first, or the building that I'm going to use to make her is this one. Because it kind of has this up here that feels a little bit like a neck. So she's not just have to figure out how I want her. And her arms will go back here like so. So I think I'll put those on first. So yes, the building is the body, which clearly is not the norm, right? For humans. Luckily. Sometimes the body gets big enough all by itself without being a building, right? Okay. Oh, I don't want it that far over. I forgot I have something I want to put in her hand. That was almost a disaster in that very short amount of time. There, that looks better. Anyways. Yeah, you just got to kind of play around and figure out. I want her to be bent just a little bit. How it looks most realistic. I laugh when I say that because really you can't really make it look realistic. I'm going to make her legs just a little bit shorter. But as realistic as you possibly can, right? So that you look at it and you know what it is. See what I'm saying? Surreal type. Oh, I really got carried away with the glue there. It's all right, it'll dry. And then we'll put her head just kind of up on top of here. And this is all going to get glued down, so I'm not super worried about how much is glued there. Tip her just a little bit. Okay, that's going to have to dry a bit. So we'll get these also inked. I have a Goodwill store sign and just all kinds of sort of city bits, not like any particular city. I know I do have Wall Street, so that makes it seem like New York, but I mean, I don't know enough about New York to say it's a street in New York, but it's all from my imagination. Little metro. I've only been there once. And that was, wow. Because I'm just not used to the big cities, so that's what I mean when I say it was wow. It's just, wow. So I think she can go about here. I have to sort of figure out how it's going to fit. Or if it will all fit, I don't know. At any rate, that is my funny little person. Okay, come over here more. The thing is, I want this Goodwill sign, Goodwill store sign. You know, like she spotted that. She's going to go. She's going there to find some good junk journaling materials. She has her stop sign. She's saying, stop, I need to go there. And I'm just sticking this anywhere just for fun. I think it's going to be something like that. Now our dilemma is this. We have all this with nothing really going on, and I sort of want her standing on something. So I have my Stabilo All, which I am going to use, but I still kind of want something down here. So I think I'm going to put some stamped spots here. And we'll probably have to go around those buildings to make them stand out a little bit more. How's this? It goes this way. Yes. This was given to me by my friend Tammy. Thank you, Tammy. I haven't used it in a while. Kind of go through phases of what we use, right? What's on our desk is the big thing, generally, I feel like. Okay, that wasn't perfect. This is part of a bus ticket. put that there. And like I said, I'm going to use my Stabilo all and go around some stuff. We might add some other things. It's a work in progress, you see. There was a plan, but I don't know why I'm using so much glue. Going a little crazy there. I know, why did I stamp it and then cover it? Well, that's just how it works out sometimes. I get asked those kind of questions, and a lot of it is just that I thought it was going to work one way and it didn't. So that's really the truth of it. There's a plan, but the plan doesn't always work. Just looking through my bunch of junk. Bunch o' junk. Yeah, we might put that on too. Okay. So I sort of got it now. Well, that's stuck together, so those are going to go together like that. It decided for me. And then she's just going to stand right on top of there. So let's put her little stop sign in her hand. And you know, these are meant to be fun, so don't like make yourself crazy about, oh, I didn't get that quite right or whatever. They're meant to be silly and haphazard, and I don't know. At least that's how I view it. I think I might go ahead and use my glue stick actually. Yeah, you can't get super picky or you'll never make one. And I know because I do that. So I'm not just saying that like I don't do that. I definitely do stuff like that. Like I think, oh, that doesn't look right or that isn't right. And you sort of stifle yourself, if you see what I'm saying. You got to kind of be like a kid in a way. And just go for it, because otherwise you'll make yourself crazy trying to make it perfect, because it's not going to be perfect. And that's sort of the fun part. I guess I got to get that glued down, huh? I want to be able to see the store part, Goodwill store at least, so it makes some sense. Forgot to add the metro sign. It's not going to lift, is it? Oh, there we go. Nope. Summer days. Oh, we'll just kind of go like this, I guess. Will work. The layers always get me with these kind of things, because you gotta plan, and I didn't plan very well. But it'll look good over there. That doesn't want to stick on that, whatchamacallit, handmade paper there. Doesn't like that. I kind of liked this one-way sign all wonky, so I think I might do it like that. It's just sort of fun. Reality is not the name of the game with this. I guess that's how I wanted to say that. I'll put this one down just a little bit. The Wall Street there. Just like don't know. I think I want it like that. I think I like that better. It's just all the city signs and things is what the idea is. Here, there, and everywhere. I like it kind of cuckoo, like it doesn't make sense. I love her rain hat. That cracks me up. Those old rain hats. That's a 60s thing, right? Those were a little bit before me. We mostly just used umbrellas. Well, actually, we mostly just got rained on because where I grew up, if you had an umbrella, it just would get turned inside out by the wind. So we just sort of had a hoodie or just lived with it, basically. Because umbrellas in Nevada are not a great combo. Okay, I'm going to just do my Stabilo all just to ground some of this a little bit. And Stabilo all is a water-soluble, it's kind of meant for marking on, say, china and things like that in a store, the price or whatever, because it can be washed off. But it works great for artistic things because it's water soluble, so it reacts when you put water on it, which is kind of fun and makes cool effects. So this is just a water pen. And so you can see it kind of bleeds out, moves around. But you can also just leave it how it is. You don't have to do anything with it. You can just go around something and just leave it that way. But I like it when it does this, where it kind of moves. It helps kind of grungy it up a little bit too, which I like. So yes, you can see mine is entirely different than hers. But again, I don't have the same things that she used. And they did give, I'll show in just a minute, some of the images, but you know, I just wanted to do my own thing. But if you had the magazine, you could definitely use the images that they put in there, and it would work out fine. Oh, I forgot to say, this is Cindy Kovack, is who made these, Cindy Kovack. So in here, they have this page, which you can, it's perforated. They call it artist paper. So you could technically like maybe use the face or something to do your own, but I mean, you don't have all the parts, but I always say it's better to kind of just do your own thing. Really the concept again is just making a body that we wouldn't consider normal. Another piece of this. I just got gesso, but you could use acrylic paint. This is just what I have right here, so that's why I'm using it. And I'm going to spritz it with water. I'm going to use that to splatter a little bit. I got my gluey fingers all over it. It's also kind of fun with the Stabilo All because it makes kind of a gray. So if you get it wherever that is. Oh, cover face. I'm horrible at that, but always remember to cover their face because otherwise you'll inevitably get a big huge blob right in the eye or something and it'll just look awful. So it's just always good to cover up the face. Done it a million times, so speaking from experience here. And also the gesso will react with the ink, the Tim Holtz ink. So you'll get some of the spots will look a colored instead of white, which is kind of fun. Okay, I think that is it. Oh my gosh, that only took me 20 minutes. How in the world? I felt like I was dorking around a lot. So yeah, I'll try to remember to leave links to a couple of these other ones that I did, just in case, if you're interested, in the description box. That was Silver and Cloud were the prompts for that particular one, and then the one on the back of this was, I think it was Copper and Moon. So that's how I ended up with or Crescent, that's what it was. Copper and Crescent. All right, guys, that's what I have for today. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Sorry that was super duper quick, but I mean, and you didn't get to see the part where I hemmed and hawed over maybe a million different ideas. I thought about doing a mushroom body. I mean, you could do so many of these in so many different styles. You could do, you know, like a fairy with a mushroom body, my little cityscape thing. I mean, a million things. A pineapple would be another good one, or any kind of fruit, a potato or whatever. I don't know. There's a million things that you could do to make these fun little art dolls. So, and you don't have to have like this I bought as a digital download, but you could go into a magazine and cut out a face and some arms and some feet, and even, you know, the body part, the building, the whatever. So definitely look at what you have. Look at your magazines. Look at different books that you might have. If you have some kids' books, you could cut some cute bodies from different things out of those. So just have fun. All right. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you again soon. Love you guys. Bye.